were we, and what were you doing?
Oh, I was just looking at my notes. Could they pull them out again? Somebody just got punched. Literally, that's what something happened. Somebody just got punched. So E.T. was watching Yakuza unloading barrels and got caught watching. Punched the person that spotted him, a young girl. Then 2 Yakuza came out with a barrel and took it to a posh house with Ashigaru guards. That's what I've got for what happened at the end of the last session.
Do you have a name for the young girl?
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I might have. Well,
I'm not expecting you to.
No, just that E.T. punched a young girl. You're a baddie, E.T.
Yeah, I'm a badass bastard.
One of my favourite types of character to play, mate. Had many of them.
I can't see it. It must be further up. No, I don't.
I don't think you've got one because I don't think I gave you one. But
I did. It wasn't that. Obviously, wasn't that. I didn't think it's that important because I didn't even note it down.
I've not got a name written down.
Well, no, that's fine because like I say I don't think there was one. So, what is Ite going to do now? He's followed these people to this mansion, as it were.
Last thing I did, the last thing I got noted down is that I go back to the inn.
Okay, that's fine. So we can move on to the next day then, can't we?
Yep, which would be the 8th of Yayoi, right?
Yayoi 7, is it?
No, it's the 9th. Basically, I passed 2 days without necessarily telling you, mate. That's my fault.
Okay. Now we're waking up in different inns. E.T.'s at a separate one from the rest of us, isn't he?
Well, he's not really with you at the moment.
Yeah.
He might never get there.
Is you with us?
Yes, he is.
He is
yeah,
now,
he was
isn't he?
released. He was released and thrown into your custody almost, much to his disgust, in actual fact. Okay. Ite is awoken quite early in the morning, right, by 2 policemen.
Oh God! What did I do last night?
This young lady here, and you can roll a d20, see if you recognise her in your drunken stupor.
Not actually. It was mine.
You recognise your fist print in her face?
It was the night before I had a bit of a bender. Right now, 14.
Right. Well, she claims that you assaulted her, and he'll name the street and the place that you were at. I haven't actually named it yet, so. Okay. And what do you say to that, sir?
I'm afraid that I may well have done. She came up behind me and surprised me.
They look at the girl who's called Sukio, Sukio. Is that correct? Well, yes, I suppose it was. I see. But you do admit to striking this girl about her person?
Yes.
In that case, that will be a 2 silver fine, sir. And we'll say no more about it.
What change?
Yes, sir. Have 10 silver change. He gives you a string of silver coins.
Mhm.
A string being a group of 10 coins on a bit of rope. He then passes 1 silver over to the young lady and keeps the other for himself.
I'll give, when the policemen aren't looking at me, I'll give her a dirty look.
She gives you a dirty look back. And she mouths you drunken pervert at you and then storms off. Hopefully there'll be no more of this sort of behaviour, sir. Otherwise we'll have to take you in.
Oh,
Understand
no
that?
more people. No more people are going to start sneaking around behind me.
Well, I agree, he says. Anyway, good day. And he leaves.
Good day.
You're a bad boy, E.T. Punching little girls.
Shouldn't go around doing it, should you?
Mm.
Anyway, the rest of you get up. And there are some policemen to see you too.
Oh, great.
Right, well, I'll talk to Tetsu because the others aren't here.
Okay.
Right, we understand that you were responsible for the collection of an illegal cart, an illegal hand cart, and quite a large amount of poisonous drink. Is that correct?
That's right. We took it from it was a Daibakemono, wasn't it?
No, it was an Obaki.
An Obakemono. We took it from an
Red Scorpion mates.
yeah, from an Obakemono and his Red Scorpion bandit friends.
Oh, I see. An Obakimono, and we didn't know that. If you'll excuse us, and he sends one of his men off. Right, anyway, here's your reward. He says, and he puts 3 koku on the table.
Wow.
Thank you very much. His Lordship, Lord Morikawa, says thank you very much. This sort of stuff should not be on the streets. And he will look in to find out where it is being made and who's making it, and put a stop to it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. It's an honour to serve and to protect.
Would you like to become a policeman?
No, but to be able
His mate looks at the guy talking and said, "Have you seen the size of him?
to
The size doesn't make that much difference."
to be able to help in your investigations is an honour enough. I wouldn't
Excellent,
wouldn't
excellent.
wouldn't want to step on your toes though. You're doing a fine job.
Well, thank you very much, sir. May I know your personal name?
It's Tetsu No Ken.
Well, my name's Bakara, he says. Bakara. And if you ever need help, come and see me at the ward office and I'll do what I can.
Thank you very much, officer. It's a pleasure to know you.
And you likewise. Well, I'll just wait. The 2 men wait there for a while, and the guy he sends away comes back. And he shows you some pictures, some drawings of some Obakimono. Is the Obakimono that you slew one of these?
we go through the artist artworks of the different suspects. I love that.
It's quite a thick book. There's a lot of stuff in there other than Obakimono.
Right,
it's
okay.
organised.
No, so is this like actual artist sketch of individual different personal Obakimono, or is this just a drawing of what an Obakimono looks like?
Oh no. These are pictures based on a single Bakimono frame, but with scars here and there and this and that and the other. So you can actually tell them apart.
Right, okay, so is it each individual one? Okay, and do I recognise the one that we saw? The brewer.
Here comes the dreaded roller D20.
Oh yeah, here we go, first roll of the session. Let's go, Oliver. Oh yes, came on. That's going to make just about anything.
Yes, you do. You recognise him. His name was Grug.
Grug.
And there's a note attached to it saying that he is now deceased. So he's got a light line through him. Yeah. Well, he's a part of a group that live about about 3 ri out of town towards the southwest, he says, in a cave. I'd be very careful about them. They have some known associates who are not very pleasant. I mean, Obakimono aren't pleasant, but these guys make them look like nice guys.
And what's the reward for these unpleasant individuals?
You mean the ones who are using the Obakemono? So there's not a reward for the Obakemono themselves. Well, there's this guy, which you do recognise because he was in jail not so long ago, and he's got a Tenkoku reward on his head.
Ooh, who's that?
That's the Daibakemono that killed Akishita, whose name is Ganta. Garnt.
And is Ganta a known associate of Grug?
No, it's actually the other way round.
Right, okay.
They are known associates of him.
Okay.
As I understand it, because I was actually out of town when this happened, somebody captured this man, he says, pointing at the Daibakemono. Is that right?
Yeah, we did.
You did.
We did, yeah, but then he escaped the local prison. Am I getting that right? I'm not messing up the story there. It was the Daibakemono that escaped.
No,
wasn't
it's
it?
possible. You say what you think you say, and if it's wrong, and I shall leave.
Yeah, I just don't want to be confusing two different monsters. That was the one. Ganta was the one that we did. We killed most of his
Ganta
men.
is the one
We
you
caught
captured,
him.
yes,
he went to
and-
jail, and then somebody broke him out. And that was the
Yeah,
guys
well,
who
this
were chasing
online
him.
came along and broke him out.
That's right.
Yes, I understand from my captain that he was broken out by some eye of some sort.
That's right.
I'm rather glad I wasn't here, he says, because I'm not sure I could hurt him. Anyway, if you are mixed up with this particular bunch, you want to be careful. They take grudges, shall we say.
Well, so do our associates. And what's the name of the two ladies? Nakamura and her master.
Arimata. You've met the lady Nakamura.
Oh, we've had the
Yeah,
pleasure.
she's a scary.
We've had the pleasure several times. Yeah, she is a scary woman, and she takes a
Yeah,
grudge as well, and she seems to have one against this Garntha.
Well, as I understand it, that's understandable because the Daibakemono killed her husband.
Ah, see, that would make sense. Well, anyway, she's a formidable ally to have, and we're very pleased to know her and to be on the right side of her. Her and her apprentice.
Obviously, you do not know anything about the Nakamura family.
A colleague of mine was reading a book about the Nakamura family. I've not had the chance to read it myself yet.
I see.
Who was it was reading the book? It was you. That was about the Nakamura family, that
It was
book.
either Sue or Hatsu, one or the other.
Yeah. I think it was Hatsu, yeah. That's what the book was about. It was about the Nakamura family, wasn't it?
Anyway, good afternoon, Brian.
Oh, hi, Brian.
Hello.
Yes. Well, the Nakamura are a family that hail from the close to the city of Miyazaki on Honshu, he says. If you need to know more about them, you probably best go down there and talk to them in their castle that they have. You notice that the man who's with him is looking at him a bit surprised. This is in the manner of, how do you know that? I mean, I don't understand it. Oh, well, I read the stories, don't I? He says, looking at his mate. No? Great heroes and heroines, they have stories written about them. You don't believe all that rubbish, do you? Well, of course. These people are quite possibly well on their way to being heroes. And his mate says, well, if they survive, that is.
I never read any.
You are a downer, aren't you? Go and stand outside. Yes, Sergeant.
I never read any stories of any great heroes from Miyazaki. Only baddies from Miyazaki. I read a great story about some great heroes from Nobioka once. Or I think it was Hanamishisu more specifically. Anyway, that's another story of another time.
Oh, well, yes, indeed. Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. I can note down that. Anyways, as I say, they have a cave that's about 3 ri from where we sit, he says.
Southwest, you say?
And it occurs to you that the peasant you spoke to that set you on this path was in actual fact correct. There is a cave. It's just not where you thought it was.
Yeah, because originally they said there was a cave, and we didn't find one.
Well, no, that's because the Obakimona was quite some way from home. They're not very bright, but they're not completely stupid.
I looked the rest of the group and say, right, well, first of all, we've just been paid 3 koku. That's 6 silver each, right?
No, five.
Or was it 5? Oh, that doesn't split so well. What's 5? That's
60.
That's 60 gold. It still splits well. There's 6 of us, so it's 10 gold each, right? No,
No,
10
10
10 silver each. Yeah, sorry.
Nice try.
Yeah,
Nice try. I'm a lenient games master in some respects, but
10
not that lenient.
silver each, right? Okay, just so that I know what to add to my sheet. Did any on come with that reward? Just saying.
If there is, it's already been added to your sheets.
Okay. Oh, wait, I just added the silver to the wrong sheet. Okay, this one.
Yes, don't add your money in onto somebody else's sheet. They'll thank you for it, but you won't.
No, let's not do that. Yeah, I've done it to the right one now. What do we think? I'll look at Hatsu. Are we going goblin chasing? I mean, we still have Imagawa and Morikawa with us. No, the players are not with us anymore, but we still have those 2 characters, and that's a Bushido.
Morikawa was in no fixed state to go anywhere.
Oh, he's still not well. Yeah, that's right. We've still got Imagawa. Imagawa is technically still the leader. The player's not here, but he's technically still the leader, so I'd be looking at him.
Yeah, well, see, that's why I want one of you to do the leading.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm playing against myself.
Yeah, we don't want that. I mean, I am all for taking on.
Imagawa will suggest that we go and have a look, and we can always come back if we don't.
Well, I would suggest to Imagawa that if we can get a hold of Nakamura and the other one, I always forget.
Nakamura and a sidekick are not in town at the moment, and you don't know when they're coming back. And given her attitude towards her opponents, she may well not be back for quite some time.
Yeah, if we could have allied with them, it would have been a great idea, but... Hatsu, what do you think?
Guillermo comes down and it's got up by now, and he's looking absolutely shattered.
Oh, wait.
And he says, today should see the end of these Sagaki rights, providing you don't bring me any more.
No.
And this voice, which you recognise, says, well, I'm sorry about that, good Bonds. And he turns around and his face drops and he turns pale as the Lady Seka is there.
Oh.
I'll have another 15 for you. 15? Yeah, the 5 that I went looking for, and another 10 that I've had to subdue.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I subdued them a bit too much. What? Well, somebody claimed that they wanted to have 100 bodies to bury, so...
There's more than 100 now. I think we're over 110 now.
I think you're on 101, but I'm not going to argue with you.
It's enough.
The other priests come in and they look and they go, what is it with this village? Says one of them. Oh, it's cursed, says Seka. In what way? How do you know? Well, it has a bunch of heroes in it, doesn't it?
The funeral director here's loaded. He's got loads of money. Yeah, who makes coffins or whatever.
Oh, they don't use coffins. They burn them on pyres.
The pyre builder. He's got muscles like Popeye right now.
Yes. Imagawa-san. Hi, said. I've been asked to ask you to attend the Great Shrine at Ise as soon as is convenient for you. What? I have been asked to ask you to attend. Yes, I heard what you said. But what? I'm sorry, but that was not given to me by my contact. Am I supposed to bring this lot as well? Well, that's a matter for you to decide, she says. I've delivered my message. I'm now going to go and have a bath. And she then hands to the senior priest a small sack in which is some money. Please take care of the Sagaki rites for the poor unfortunates outside. And I shall be along for a purification ritual sometime today. Yes, mistress, he says, and he goes out. And you can hear him sort of face palm as well. Oh, and mate, Imagawa-san, yes, you are to take Archer with you, or the Archer. I'm not quite sure whether it's Archer or the Archer. Who? What? Well, that scruffy tramp that we met. Why? Because her ladyship wants it that way. As you wish.
Her ladyship's got an unruly child that needs beating. They already had experience.
Okay.
I'm a childcare professional, really.
Right. Ite is having breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
When he becomes aware of this child with a face that's got a fist imprint in it, watching him from the shadows.
You have to step out and tell me why you're watching me, or go away.
Okay, she steps out. She has thrust through a obi, which is actually a piece of rope, not a proper obi, a pair of nunchucks.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought I might return the gesture, she says, spitting on her hand and form a fist.
Wow.
Thought that was settled. And to wangle
So-
2 silvers out of me? Or 1 silver out of me?
Here's your chance to
Yes.
get it back.
Would you like to earn it back?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, I was going to hire you to act as a lookout, she says. After all, I don't want to punch you. I might hurt you.
Who are you spying on?
The same people you were spying on.
Well, I happen to be free at the moment, so why not? But I do
Okay.
demand half up front. Not that I specifically don't trust you, I just don't really trust anybody.
A good attitude, she says. You shouldn't trust anybody. They betray you and sell you into... Oh, never mind about that.
Yeah, grass you up.
If only they'd done that. Well, she says, putting the silver on it. Can you give me 15 copper then?
Oh, I can indeed. You have your copper on me?
Okay then, I'll wait till you finish eating, she says. I'll wait outside.
Okay, yep.
The innkeeper comes along and goes, Oi, you, out. And she looks at him and goes, I'm going. And no cadging food from the chef, okay? Would I do that? I trust that young urchin wasn't bothering you, sir, says the...
There's no problem, innkeeper. It's okay.
Excellent. She's trouble, that one, you know.
Yes, I've already seen that.
Anyway, he leaves you alone. You finish your meal. Right. Instead of leading you back to Novo Martyr's estate, she actually leads you back to Fumotaro's warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And she hands you what looks like a police whistle.
Good.
If anybody comes into the building I'm about to enter, please blow that. Okay.
Okay, I will do. Is there any other exits? Is this the only exits? Sorry, all the exits that I can see, the only exits into the building. I don't want someone to sneak in the back door or something.
No, she's going to sneak in through the only door that's available, and I shall show you which one it.
Okay, that's right. That would say someone to surprise her because there's a door I didn't know that. Is it busy, this district, or the street? Quiet or what?
The street's quite busy, yes. Anyway, she enters the little building where the two Yakuza, sorry, I'll call them Yakuza because that's what they are, disappeared and came back with a barrel.
Okay. What?
She's gone about half an hour. Okay. Nobody's entered that building in the time, although people have passed by it. And you are situated in such a position that you can actually see the front door, and you see it open and close. Okay. And make a wit saving throw at +5.
Right. I have a chance. Yes, I made it. Wait is not my strength. That makes it.
Right, in that case, you see Sukio sneak out of the door and shut it behind her. And you realise it's actually quite difficult to see. If you didn't know she was coming out the door, you might well have missed it.
Mm-hmm.
And she sneaks back and she comes towards you. And she gets about 10 yards away and she becomes much easier to see. It's what I thought, she says.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I have proof of what I thought, she says. Now all I've got to do is to find the other way in.
It's another way into this place, isn't it? Okay.
Well, there's going to be at least one. The entrance I've just used, you can't get in and out of easily, she says, because you've got to climb a ladder that's about 40 foot long. Well, this place is interesting, she says. You wouldn't do me a small favour, would you?
Oh, you can ask.
I'd like you to deliver this, she says, handing you a letter, to the man in charge of the village at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll do that. Just clarify who that is. Is that I'm not sure I get the right person. Is that the headman, or are we thinking somebody else?
No, she's meaning Lord Morioka.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
Senior Ober Samurai.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
And you can keep the coin that's in it, she says.
Okay, thank you.
I shall see you here in a bit.
Okay, I'll return once that's done.
Okay, I shall return back to Tetsu and not like Imagawa gathers you all up and you start to set out for the cave, okay?
Yeah.
Roll AD20, sir.
$18.
It's a good job we're not playing D&D because that would have been an encounter, but in this game it's not.
I like encounters. They're fun.
Well, in D&D they're on 17, 18, 19 or 20, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a different game system.
Never heard of it.
What's your slowest BMA? Is it 4?
Yeah. I think mine's is 4 and it's one of the slowest.
Mind.
A BMA's 3. 3.
Okay, you're 4.
I'm a slow boy.
Right, it takes you about half a day to arrive in the vicinity of the cave, okay? And standing in the entrance to the cave is an Ombakimono.
Ooh, look at that ugly fucker.
Oh my.
I love that token. Very old school.
Yeah, it is.
Well, actually, it's the only ogre token I've actually managed to find that I like.
It looks
All
like
the rest of them are just horrible.
it's like straight out of Warcraft 1 or something, mate. It's brilliant.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
It does the job. He's got a Tetsubo, okay? And he doesn't appear to be wearing any armor, other than maybe some clothes. And he doesn't appear to be too alert, I hope. Right, he might be alert, but he hasn't spotted you, okay?
Yet.
And as you watch him, he turns around and says something over his shoulders to somebody who's further into the cave, which you can't actually see.
Oh.
And these two short, squat, ugly things come forward. One is armed with a spear, and the other's got a small bow attached to him. And they talk for a bit, and then they go back inside.
Now there's a couple of tokens I know very well. A couple of classics. Oh,
And you've been watching for about half an hour, say, so an hour in Western terms, when a second Obakimono comes up and relieves the first. Again, this one's got a Tetsubo, and he appears to be dressed in slightly better clothing than the first one was, but not by much.
when he takes over the shift from the other one, does he seem to be like in charge of the other one? Like talks down to him?
No.
Yeah.
They meet. They have a brief conversation of the sort of thing that guards go, right, anything happened, Fred? No, Joe. No, nothing happened. Nothing happening. It's very boring. And then the first one goes back inside, rubbing his stomach, as though he's going down with something to eat.
Okay.
And the second one, the one's just come on watch, he's gnawing on the haunch of something, which is probably best left undescribed. Imagawa says 2 Obakimono and a minimum of
at
2
least 2
goblins.
Kill them with fire. So if they're inside a cave, let's see what we can do about smoking them out or something, or smoking them in, like asphyxiating
Well,
them.
actually, you look at it, and it's actually quite difficult to approach the cave without being spotted, unless you're incredibly good at sneaking, which I don't think any of you are you?
Apart from Sneaky Boy.
Well, of course, you've got the spell Cloak of Shadow.
Who has that spell?
I think it's a woodmate.
What's our approach here? I'm no military tactician. What's the word for the Bugai in military tactics? There's actually a Bugai in it, isn't there?
Senjutsu.
Senjutsu, that's the one. Yep, that's not one that I have. How do you kill some beasties in their own home? Charge.
It's not much unless you've got 2 choices. You can either kind of bluff your way to get close, or just
I mean, if there's more of them than there is of us.
Sorry, gents. It's actually Concealing Cloak I want, and that's a water spell. But your water mage doesn't know it.
Is
mean,
there any
if-
you think you can sneak up on them?
If
Looking
there
at the lie of the terrain, that seems unlikely.
if there's more of them than there is of us, then it makes sense to try to bottleneck them, just to get into that cave entrance with our strongest at the front, and
Right
then
moment, Imagawa suggests that you return to town because of the fighting power, him and Yuko,
mhm.
and that might well not be enough. We need at least one more. If we can get
Yeah.
Seika and get Morikawa fit, then it might be worth the risk.
Yeah. Problem is, there's not many fit and able samurai or
problem with
anything
party-
left around in the village.
Well, we'll go and have a look. Anyway, so you return to town, and Imagawa goes and makes a report. And roll percentage dice for me.
Yeah, I'll get it. 81.
Okay, he returns to say that as far as the authorities here are concerned, there are about 10 Obakimono in those caves that they know of,
Oh.
and a couple of dozen goblins. And the man he was spoken to says that unless you've got a fighting force that can take that, I suggest you leave it alone. And Imagawa goes, well, there's me, Yuko, Morikawa, Ita, I suppose, if we can recruit him. That's 4.
And then 3 Shugenja.
Probably need a couple more.
I mean,
Well, yeah, Yushigenja might be very useful, but there again, you might not.
we've got a healer as well.
It's a
We've got
bit hit and
Guillermo,
miss, isn't it?
but we need some more swords and spears up that front.
Well, basically, Guillermo is no use in a fight.
No, but
He's
he can
useful
heal.
after a fight.
Yeah.
All right, leave it with me, he says, and I'll go and see if I can rustle up some men. So that takes care of you lot. Ite goes to the house where the Oba Samurai normally lives.
Mhm.
He asks to see Lord Morikawa. The man on the gate says why, and he says, I have this letter to give to him. And the man looks down, looks back at you, looks at the letter. Follow me, he says. And it's quite obvious he has recognised the handwriting on the letter, and it's not yours. He says to one of the servants, take this man and get him washed and shaved and brushed up. He said, so go and see Lord Morikawa. Certainly, sir. Follow me, please.
Okay.
And you are scrubbed from head to foot. No? And your clothes are taken away and washed and dried, and you get a new set. Or sorry, a different set. Which just about fits. You'll do, says the maid. Then she tightens your robe a bit more. Yeah, that'll do now. Yeah. Follow me, please. And she leads you into the main room. If you're that sort of person, you could quite easily be intimidated by the people in the room, because there's Lord Morikawa sat at the head of the table on a small camp stool. He's got his main advisor stood next to him, and there are 4 men dressed in samurai armor class 6 kneeling around the room in such a position that they could leap into action and slay somebody at the drop of a hat. You are Ite? Says Lord Morikawa.
Yes, sir.
I see. I understand you have a letter for me.
I do indeed, and I'll hold it out. One of the other lackeys take it off me.
And then Lord Morikawa stands up, bends over the table, takes it off you, breaks it open. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, we can't have that, can we? He calls upon his flunky. Go get Toshiaki and bring the maps of the village with you. So, and what did you think to the young lady? Says Lord Morikawa.
Quite a sly young lady.
And how old would you say she was?
I don't know. I reckon teenage still.
Oh, that's all right. You make up a figure.
Well, I'd say probably 16, 17.
I see. She's up to that trick, is she?
Mm.
Anyway, he takes out some coins and he puts them in a little bag and throws it to you. There's another 10 silver in there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are going to carry out a raid on this place. Do you want to come with us?
Well, you might as well tag along.
Excellent. What is your favourite weapon?
My bow.
Might be of limited use where we're going, but never mind. Bring it with you, and any sword that you might have. Do you have any armour?
Never had any armor, sir. Never worn any. I don't have any weapons other than the bow.
I see. Can you use your fists in a capable manner?
Yeah, I have some ability to fight unarmed.
Oh, that's fine then. In which case, we won't lend you a sword because you won't want to use it. How strong do you look? If I look at your bow, how big a pull do I think it takes?
It's only a man rating 1. Thank you.
Nice. Sergeant, sir, says one of the men in. Bring the man a normal DIQ and a strong man's DIQ. Sir. And the man comes back with a pair of hanky. Is that a DIQ? And Lord Morowa gives you the first one, which looks thinner and lighter than the second one. Can you pull that?
Let me just check. I think for a man rating 2, do you have to be 11 or is it higher? I can't remember. 21 gives you 3, doesn't it? And 11 gives you 2.
Yeah.
I can just pull the man rating 2.
I see. So you appear to be struggling slightly to pull that.
Yeah, I'm strong enough to pull it, but I haven't got. But it's like my limit.
Yeah, as I say, you struggle to pull it because you can, but you've not got any extra.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll do it this way. How many arrows do you have, sir?
I'm full quiver. I always carry a full quiver.
Excellent. So you're somewhere in the region of 11 strong, aren't you?
Yes.
How much does your hanky weigh?
NQ 4 pounds. With
So-
all the other bits.
So-
it's 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 8 pounds with all the other bits. Sorry, no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5 pounds altogether with all the bits, quiver and the arrows and everything.
So if we were to dress you in armor class 3, you'd be encumbered, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've never worn armor, so I have no idea how to maneuver, how to move in armor.
I can see that you're going to have some training, he says. Anyway, okay, fair enough. Anyway, they bring this.
I'm more of a man who relies on being able to move quickly rather than being armored.
Oh, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, he says. I like that. Although armor in battle is always useful, he says. Anyway, they bring this map and they get to point out to you the building whereby Sukio entered this, whatever it is. And they look. Make a wit saving throw.
Oh, you're so cruel. actually made it. Yep, that is my wit saving throw.
Okay, in that case, you're aware that this map is far more detailed about of the village and the surrounding areas than it has any right to be. There are also a number of things marked on it which you don't remember having seen.
I'll try and remember some of the things that I haven't seen before.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Right, and they pore over this map for about an hour, and then one of them says, "Well, I think here, sir," and he points at this building, which is marked as unused and dilapidated. And Lord Morikawa looks at his man and says, "Why is that?" "Because that's what I would use, sir." And his lordship smiles. "Well, of course you would. You're a sly, sneaky sort of person, aren't you? My favourite. Just like this man here," he says, looking at Ite. "You do me too much honour, my lord. Right. You know what to do. Take Ite with you, and I want to report on how well he does. Sir? Well, I have a use for him. Sir?" The man looks at you. He's called, I don't know what he's called yet. Right, he's called Haramizo, okay, and he's a sergeant. And he says, "Well, come along with me then, recruit."
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're not a recruit, are you? Not yet. My mistake.
Yeah.
And he leads you down, out into the backyard, where there are about 20 men lounging around in various forms of armour, and with a number of weapons, which you might think is a bit excessive, but... Okay, we've got the go-ahead, lads. We're going with Plan B. Plan B, sir, yes. You two, you go find Sukio and guard the back entrance. I don't want anybody escaping that way. No, Sergeant. I'll make sure there isn't one then. And those two want... He leads the rest of you through the alleyways of Sutaido to this building, which he then assault. Would you care to roll a d20 for me, please, Nick?
Yep. 9.
Okay, the three men who are on guard duty in this so-called dilapidated, unused building are rapidly overpowered and captured.
Mhm.
You then spend a short while searching, and eventually, because you know it's there, you find a concealed trapdoor, which is opened, and you enter. Okay. Do you wish to act as cautious, courageous, or normal?
Normal, I think.
Roll 2d.
Oh, the 7.
Okay, you take 1d6 heads and a d6 damage. Okay, basically the attack squad storms down the stairs into the building, catching the defenders by surprise, who turn out to be a lot tougher than you might think.
Yep.
Roll again, sir.
It's some kind of secret entrance, is it?
Well, yes, it is. The underground is a lot more rooms than there's any right to be. It's an underground
Yeah,
base, I think.
My second roll is a 10.
D6 plus 1 heads. And an Enk.
It's D6 plus 1 hits. Maximum again.
No wonder you're having Enks, because you're right at the front, aren't you? What level are you, sir?
1.
Okay, roll a D6.
D6. Roll a 3.
Okay. This man, armed with a tobacco pipe, comes charging at you. You can have one shot with a bow before he arrives.
No, I think I'm going to have to charge him.
Okay. We impact on 2.
Mm-hmm. Shot. Best chance. I charge him. Since I can only get one shot off.
Right, he swings his tobacco pipe at you and misses.
Wait.
Hmm.
Right.
I said no, that would happen.
D10 is it? What D10 is it?
Straight D20.
Oh, straight D20 here, okay. Ooh!
Nice.
Let's see. Can't remember.
Do you go faster than 10?
Yes. Quite a lot.
Bugger. You get to hit me first then.
2 was nothing, was it?
A 2 is just a normal miss, yeah.
It's normally a 0, but it was.
Other than the embarrassment of trying to fuck up.
An 11, that's not going to hit him. Yeah, it's not going to hit him.
Okay, he'll have a bop.
Yep.
You'll be glad to know he missed you too. Your secondary, sir. Assuming you've got a secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on 15-7.
What?
But I was quick. Yeah, I missed.
You have both of you proving spectacularly unsuccessful. 15.
No, I'm not great in hand-to-hand.
Well, no, you're a bowman. That's the point.
Nope, I missed. Oh, what's he done to himself?
He's currently lying on the floor with Tweety birds going around his head.
Right. Okay. Unfortunately, this is.
It's a secondary.
Yeah, I'm still going for the grapple. I will go for grapple. Ooh, probably missed.
Well, what's your raw BCS?
On a secondary. 6.
That was?
I rolled a 17, so I failed by 11, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. When he comes out of days, your primary, sir. You are at +1 because you're above him and he's lying on the floor.
Yeah, I think we'll try grapple. No. Oh yes, but I'll only get. 3 effect numbers less his armor class.
Okay, you've got a light grip on me.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to try a strength saving throw to break through. I make it worse for myself. You've now got 4 effect numbers on me.
Okay.
On your secondary, you have to just sit there and do nothing. Right, I'm going to try and headbutt you because I can.
I'll do it. Whatever it's doing, that will work.
Take 2 points of subduer damage as I attempt to break your nose.
Okay.
I haven't managed it yet.
Yeah, let me just not jot down my damage. Yep. Are we back to primaries?
Your primaries, yeah?
I think we'll just have to resort. Forget the grapple, we'll just hit him. Nope. Missed. You don't go.
Right, on his turn, as you let him go, he stumbles forward and turns to face you, but doesn't actually strike at you because he's a bit surprised you've let him go. Secondary.
That's at my BCS is 6, wasn't it? That's his armor class.
Okay, roll another d20 then, sir.
No in there.
Okay, just normal damage, nothing special.
Okay. 3 points. You.
Okay, he has a go at you.
Okay.
And he missed.
Let me just have a look at something.
You're now into primaries.
Yeah, no, it's not worth trying that. Okay, well, I'll just slug him. Oops, wrong one. Wrong dice. Slug him. And that hits AC 4.
But you hit me.
Take 5 subdual.
Hey, on his primary, he turns around and runs off. But you can have a strike at me as I run off.
Okay, I will do. Yeah, I'll let him. Which is backs to me. Take another 2.
Okay, he runs off, disappears back the way you rocked.
Okay.
And whether he gets away or not, well, we'll see, won't we? He doesn't actually get away. One of the other men catches him and pushes. But you are entitled to have 2 points of Budo, sir, and 2 on.
Okay.
By the time you finished your fight, the assault is over because there aren't that many of them. And you have captured 14 men, including the one you were fighting. And there is an Aladdin's cave of stuff here. Barrels, boxes, weapons and all sorts. And what you will notice is that all these men have red tattoos.
All those are captured and any that were killed as well. All got it.
None of them have as yet been killed. I haven't rolled to see how many, but yes, they are all Yakuza with red tattoos.
What's the tattoo of? What shape? Or is
Ah,
it a
well,
word or name
there
or-
are several in actual fact.
Mhm.
There's one of a scorpion, one of a cat,
Yep.
and one of a spider.
Interesting.
But what is more interesting to you is the man who's in charge of this underground base. He has a web tattooed across his face, a bit like a spider's web.
He's the dude leading, was he?
He's introduced to you as Kokuza, okay? A red spider web Yakuza from Kumamoto.
What's his name?
Kokuza, Kokuza.
He was the red spider web Yakuza leader.
Oh, where was he from, Tim?
Kumamoto. The big island, the big town on Kyushu.
Yep.
Lord Morioka will be pleased to see you, Kokuza-san, says the man in charge of the raid, who looks unflustered and unhurt. I spit upon your samurai leader, he says. Spits. That's not very nice.
Not very wise either.
Shut up, peasant, he says.
Ooh.
Well, I'm sure that Joturo, Jotu, will be only too pleased to reacquaint himself with your body. Go on, bring it on, he says. You won't break me. I'll die first. I don't think you will. I don't think you're that sort of person. But never mind. Take him away. Fetch the local merchants and see if we can find out who this stuff belongs to. Hey! Are you injured, Ite?
Small amount. Taking
Oh,
three.
you're bruised. You're bruised, aren't you? You're not actually cut.
In case it's all 5 subdual in total. Taking 5 damage altogether.
Yeah, but essentially you're not cut. You're bruised and a bit battered. But
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let us return to his lordship.
Okay.
You return. The man in charge hands his lordship this note, which he appears to have written on the way back. I see you have performed adequately, Ite-san. Right.
Yes, sir.
Right. Add up your wounds, your budo, and all your heads, and tell me what the number is.
Well, there's 13 heads, 2 budo, and 3 damage I took in the actual battle, apart from the ink.
I conclude the wounds as well, because you had a wound, didn't you?
Yeah, that was 3 damage, yeah. I took 5 in total. 3 was that, and 2 was from the ink.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah, so it is the total damage one. So it's 5,
All right.
18.
13 plus 2, 20 in total then. 13 plus 2 plus 5.
Okay, so roll a D100.
Roll more than 20.
You've got to roll a bit more than 20.
32.
An excellent report, says Lord Morikawa. Allow me to present you with this. I know it's a bit unusual, but he hands you this letter on quite nice paper. It's written in katakana, just to make sure you can read it.
I'm not sure that helps.
Didn't you have under 60 in katakana?
Oh, Jamal's bad. I'm only on a VCS of 8. I'm not fully literate.
Okay, well, roll against that then.
Jamal's a bit restricted. 14. This is probably a bit beyond my ability.
Ah, Lord Morikawa looks at.
Probably sees me going, mouthing the words as I try and read it.
Okay. He writes another letter and he hands that to you as well.
Mhm.
Take this to the Gentleman's Academy in Yedo, he says. And the second one, and they will trade you some training. Okay?
Okay.
You note down you have 3 months of training at the Gentleman's Academy in Yedo.
Okay.
Right.
Does it say any particular thing? Or just open-ended?
Well, you can't actually read what it says, but
No.
the first one is a month's katakana training,
Mhm.
and the second one is either a month's strength training or a month's kyujutsu training, your choice. Right. You get 2 points of Budo, which you can add on, and you get 20 on.
Wow, nice.
I've already
That's what you
added
get for
the
taking
Budo on.
part in the battle and not
Very
Yeah, I've already added the Budo on, so leave 20 on.
And you can note down on your character sheet that Lord Morikawa of Yedo is interested in you, which is not necessarily a good thing.
No, I don't like to come to their attention. If it turns out well.
Right. As you leave, you see the young girl, Sukio, waiting to go in.
Mhm.
And you're not overly surprised to find that she's actually dressed in fine samurai garb, okay?
Yes.
And looks a little older now than she was earlier.
Mm.
And won't take you long to realise that she was very skillfully made up to look a lot younger than she probably is.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, we return to Imagawa and his men who come back. You get back in. You will hear the story of the raid on the warehouse district by the Oba Samurai. And that they discovered this large underground base full of stolen property and other substances. And that there's going to be an auction tomorrow of stuff that's been found that isn't claimable by anybody in Sutaido or the local area. Would each of the Shugenja care to roll 3d6 luck and the priest?
It's mine. 1 bad luck, and I'll roll for the priest. For Guillermo. Oh, he got 1 good luck. Can we swap those?
Well, I didn't get good or bad, so
Could one of you roll for Zoo?
I'll get that then.
Right.
No good luck, no bad luck for that.
Right, we'll deal with that tomorrow. Okay. You all go to bed and wake up the next day.
Let me just check something. Oh, yeah, definitely go out and get rat arsed.
You going out drinking?
I've gone out and gotten thoroughly rat arsed, yeah.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Me?
5.
Lose 5 points of honor, sir.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that for his bad behaviour when he was drunk?
Basically,
probably.
yes. He's already been warned about behaving himself. And you wake up in the jail. Okay.
Yep.
They fine you 5 silver, which is why you lose
Yep.
5 on. And then they
Okay.
boot you out into the street.
Okay.
And the man in charge says, "That's your first warning." And one of the other men says, "Sorry, sir, that's his second warning." It is? Yes, sir. It's on yesterday's sheets. Well, I haven't got that far yet.
He's a bad.
I understand it's 2 warnings. Don't let there be a third one, because that's an automatic 10 lashes, he says. And you think, what? 10 lashes for... You know, and you stagger out.
Yep.
And out in the street, in front of the jail, are men setting up boxes and bales of stuff, and scrolls and swords and all sorts. And the town crier goes, oh yes, sale of stolen property that's not been claimed, starting at 10. Be here, get the best bargains, and all that. And you're not at all surprised to find that your friends, Imagawa and so, are there searching through the stuff looking for bargains. Okay. The 3 Shugenja and Guillermo are studying the scrolls and that quite carefully. And Guillermo goes, my, I found something very important. Would one of you care to roll the D100?
Yeah, I'll roll it.
You rolled it. Sorry, I was in the kitchen.
Okay.
Right, would Hatsu care to roll percentage dice?
Another percentage dice?
Well, the first one was to decide what sort of sacred text it was that he was getting. He got text of retribution.
7.
Make a make a roll against your school of water. It is water, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's soil.
Oh, your soil. Okay.
I'm soil. Oh,
In that case, roll a D2, sir.
a D2. Oh,
Well, actually, a D3.
okay. Three.
The scroll you're holding in your hand is a Bushido scroll for soil curse. Do you wish to buy it?
I do.
I thought you might. Okay. Do you have any commerce?
Any commerce?
Commerce, yes.
Yes, I do.
Do you wish to make a roll to attempt to adjust the price that you've been asked?
Oh, I definitely would like to try.
Go on then.
That succeeded by 6.
Succeeds by 6.
Yes, succeeded by 6.
Okay. That scroll costs you 18 silver and 6 copper. As you've talked him down by 30%.
Nice.
Okay. Soil Curse is a Knowledge 52 spell. And of course, it means if you've got 52 knowledge in the School of Soil, you could actually learn that. Right. Would you care to roll percentage dice for Zoo?
Okay. 56.
He's also soil, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to include his scroll in your purchase? I'd say yes if I were you.
Yeah, I will.
That costs 19 silver and 27 copper. And is the soil spell Spear Against Spirits, which is Knowledge 57. So the two of you can, of course, swap scrolls to learn the two spells.
Yes.
Now we come to Tetsu. You get to roll percentage dice, sir. Make a BCS against your Kendo. think that just makes it, doesn't it? Oh, okay, fair enough. It makes it by a lot then. Okay, you have the spell Road of Metal. It's knowledge 40. Right, once you've learnt the spell, that will increase your armor class against metal by the level of spell against metal weapons. Okay, swords and stuff. Now, only while the spell's in operation. And it also gives you the same bonus to your defense against metal magic. And we'll worry about what it exactly does once you've learnt it, okay? But it's the right spell for you. The point being, you can only cast it on yourself. You can't cast it on other people. Assume I've read the spell description. What was that? Do you have any commerce? You want Hatsu to help? Okay.
Wrong game.
In that case, it will cost you 14 silver because you took all the scrolls into one because it's easier. It should cost you 40 silver, but we want to get rid of them because they're no use to us, so it's half price. And then your smooth-tongued soil Shigenja who's with you has talked to the man down even further. He realised he was going a bit low, and he tried to stop it, but he failed.
What's the conversion of gold to silver?
12 to 1.
12 to 1.
Yeah, 1 gold and 2 silver that was. I mean, they're quite reasonable because you can sell them on. They are resellable. Or put it under miscellaneous. Right. Would Ite care to roll 3d6?
Yeah. Four, 6.
Do you have any bowyer skill?
No, sure I don't. No, I don't. It's a fine art, see, not allowed fine arts.
Okay. Does any of the characters have bowyer? Because I don't have the Google Sheets open at the moment. Well, it's
most
likely
like
to be
it's only
Sorry.
Bushi really who have a choice of it.
Well, yeah, other people can take it, but it's essentially be Bushi, yeah. So has Yuko got it? 'Cause I don't think Imagawa's got it.
Imagawa's got it. Imagawa's got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll against his bowyer skill then.
Yeah.
Oh, roll against hers as well if she's got it.
Okay, I'll roll in Magawa.
That makes Imagawa's.
Okay, right, the man wants 10 silver for this hand cue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to buy it?
What's special about it to be so expensive?
Right, Imagawa sidles up and he says, that's a master hand cue that I think you can pull. So I suggest you buy it, because at 10, it's a good deal, he says.
Okay, yeah.
That's
I'll
10
buy
silver.
it. Yeah, I can
Okay.
I will
Right, you
buy
can
it.
note down you have a master man rating 1 hand cue. So it acts as a man rating 2.
Right.
And that's what you get for being lucky, you see?
Mm-hmm. Where are we?
Morikawa doesn't find anything that he thinks is suitable. However, Imagawa finds 2 weapons which he buys. I'll work out what they are in a minute. Okay. So if one of you would be good enough to write on Imagawa's notes that he's got 2 better than average weapons which he's bought at this auction.
Okay,
I'll go away and work out what they are.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, we need to be here for this sort of auction again, because these prices are just really quite ridiculous. You can, if you wish, buy better than average quality clothes at the price of normal clothes. But I'll leave you to decide that. So if you want to buy anything extra, look up the price in the price list and then halve it, and you can buy it at that price. And as you can imagine, the stuff that's on sale doesn't last very long. I mean, it's orderly, but there's people there buying stuff going, yeah, I've always wanted this, and oh, how much is that, and so on. And the 14 men that you arrested are made to watch, and they're not very happy. And guess what happens after that? Well, 13 of them are. The man who's in charge, he's led away for interrogation. Each of the men, in actual fact, is given a chance to prove himself. And Lord Ober comes out and fights them. It rapidly becomes apparent to anybody who's got any fighting skill at all that this is a bit of a joke on his part.
Definitely one-sided.
Oh yes. I mean, yes, they do have a chance to put him down and escape, but that happening, not very likely. But each of them is given the option to fight him, or of course, to be ignominiously executed by being dragged over hot coals until they die, or something along those lines. And they all choose to fight because it's a more honourable death than death by execution. You notice that most of the people who were there buying stuff leave rapidly once this starts to happen, because we don't like it. And as is shown, Lord Morikawa dispatches these guys with contemptuous ease. One or two will put more of a fight, but most of them go down to a single blow just about. He then cleans the boss, and he looks at the Guillermo and says, I'm sorry, Bonds, but more work for you. And you get the impression that he's having a little bit of fun at Guillermo's expense. And then food is brought out and a feast is had, if you wish to attend. Which seems a bit macabre, but that's Lord Morikawa for you. Now, he appears to be celebrating the extermination of a Yakuza nest of ne'er-do-wells and others. And he appears to be in quite good mood. Several young ladies come out and dance with him. And you get to see court dance in action, and you go, I don't understand. And some of the other people, like the Ashigaru, they do popular dance. And that you do understand, because of course you're trained in it most of the time. Would Ite care to roll a d20 against his willpower this time?
Oh, you say cruel. Yeah. Out by several.
Okay, you have slightly too much sake, but you don't get completely blitzed, so you're not arrested the next day.
No, I got blasted last night, so I'm not going to be too keen on getting drunk today.
Okay. The other thing is that Ite will recognise the Lady Oba who takes the first dance with Lord Morikawa as the young lady he punched in the face. And she does know how to dance, okay? And when her eyes sweep over you, she smiles ever so slightly, just enough for you to notice, but not enough.
Raise my glass to her. As she does.
Okay, she nods her head. Would the three Shigenja care to roll with saving throws? And Guillermo.
Nope. I'll get Guillermo's now. Guillermo rolled a 6, so possibly him.
And I made it by 4.
I failed big.
Right, well, while the party is going on, Hatsu and Guillermo spot this little interchange between the lady samurai who's dancing with his lordship and, well, this semi-inebriated peasant you know as Ite, which is interesting, okay? But nothing appears to come of it. Right, the party goes on for quite a long time, and you all stagger off to bed at various times. And can I have d20 rolls from the 4 people who wish to get up in the morning and greet the sun?
I'll do mine first. 14 for me, and I'll do Guillermo. A 4 for Guillermo.
7 for me.
Is there any this auction? Were there any drugs? So.
Oh yes,
Illegal
yes,
drugs,
plenty
I
of
mean,
goods. Yeah.
proper kosher chemical things, chemical drugs.
Can you speak up a bit more? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, sorry, something's masking my microphone. Proper legal drugs, not the illegal.
Yes, you can buy anything that's legal on the list at half price.
So some stimulant.
There is indeed. How many would you like?
At that price, we can do it. 4.
Okay, you buy 4 for the price of 2.
Yeah. Okay, so that's legal.
Does anybody else want to buy medical aid and that, which is on sale?
No.
Those of you who haven't been into this place think, well, where'd all this stuff come from? You know, this is several warehouses worth. It's not small stuff. I mean, there's lots of it. And it occurs to you that the Yakuza are not going to be happy. The The other thing you will have noticed is that these Yakuza are from 3 separate gangs.
Mm-hmm.
At
The cat, the spider, and the scorpion. Now, was there any potions
Yeah.
for sale, Tim?
roll 3d6, sir. I hadn't thought about potion.
333. Right down the line.
There are some low-level healing potions.
I would like to buy them. What are they and how much?
Okay, there are 4 of them, and they'll cost you 20 silver in total.
I will buy all of them.
Okay. And note down that each one will heal you 2d3 hit points. I was going to make it 1d6, and I thought, no, 2d3 is better.
And this is the next day. Or was that the same day we bought that?
You bought that. These prices are so good that the stuff doesn't last very long, and anything that's left is probably not worth selling, so they destroy it.
Okay. Let me put that in my sheet somewhere.
Right.
Wait.
Can you roll a d2 for me, please?
One. Wait a second, because I don't have 20 silver. I'm gonna have to do it. 2 gold and how many silver would I get change? 4, right?
You get 4 silver change from 2 gold.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ite is snoozing in his room. Okay. When he is awoken by noises coming from the room that Asiba was in.
Who was in it? Which room?
The Ronin Asiba, who you followed to the warehouse,
Oh, yeah.
effectively, or
Oh,
above where the underground warehouse was. I should point out that Fumataro and Asiba have been arrested.
Yeah, what sort of noise is it? Can I figure it out?
Sounds of somebody in pain.
Potions I'll have a weight. 1 each, right?
Sorry, Oliver, what was that?
Potions have a weight. 1 each.
Half a pound each.
Half each, okay.
Oh, God,
Most
I'll
of
get
which is the bottle, which they
Yeah.
come in, as it were.
up. I'll get up and check what's going on.
Okay, you get up. The lights on that in that room are on, and you can see some people moving about in there.
You mind keeping the noise down?
Okay, shortly after you've shouted, there's a polite rap on your shogi.
Yep.
And you recognise the young lady who stood there, whose name is Arimata.
No.
It's quite obvious that just recently she's been in a serious fight because she's not looking very well. She's got bandages on. Oh, my apologies, San. Oh no, so you weren't there. Well, yes, you were. You were there, yes. But we are treating the wounds of somebody who is badly injured. We'll try and keep it quiet.
My apologies, I thought it was something else.
She starts to turn away, and then she looks at you with a quizzical, and she says, "Do I know you, sir?"
I don't think so.
You look slightly familiar. My mistake. And she goes in. And a short while later, you hear what is obviously a doctor talking soothingly. Do you wish to earwig?
Well, now I'm awake, so might as well.
Okay. He says, "Excuse me, ma'am, but how did this young lady come by these wounds?" Well, the fresh ones were when we were attempting to escape from the lair where we found her. I see. And what caused? I've never seen wounds like. They were crabs, if you must. Crabs?
Hmm?
Crabs don't do this sort of damage. Well, these do. Excuse me, good doctor, you hear Arimata say. My lady is a little bit, the worse for wear, should we say. No, I'm not, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. You are poisoned. I can tell. Your lips are slightly green. No, no, no. And then there's a crunch. As to somebody falling. Poison, you say? Yes, yes. She says crabs, but these were men with crabmon. Crabmon. I've never heard of them. Well, not surprising. They don't live around Yedo. So where do they live? Somewhere in Shinano province, but I couldn't tell you exactly where. Why not? Well, because I don't know. You don't know? No, we travel there by mystical means. What? Well, we travel there by mystical means. This Shugenja opened up this portal and we stepped through and we were somewhere else. Are you sure you're not poisoned, miss? Oh, no, I'm perfectly fine. But I shall check you over. No, there's no need. Yes, there is. I'm the doctor you hired, so sit down and let me examine you. You hear the sounds of some pieces of armor falling to the floor, followed by some ouchies. Drink this. What is it? This is a general antitoxin for the poison that I think you're suffering from. Don't make me hold your nose. Yeah, that's horrible. Yes, but it might do the. Then you hear him pour some down Nakamura's throat, and she retches as well. Bloody heroines, he says to himself. And then it all goes quiet. The morning comes, which is the well, sorry, it'll be the 12th. So on the 11th, once you get up and you've got over this, what do you all intend doing?
Well, what was the story with the Lord Morikawa or whatever his name is? Did he find us some more men to go fight these Obakemono?
Not at the moment. Imagawa's still looking. As you can understand, the fighting power in the village is quite limited at the moment. He did approach the Oba Samurai, but they've said no. So he's looking for other. Actually, I think that's actually not a bad time to stop.
Okay.
Because that way I can generate the guys you do find and stuff like that. Unless there's anything anybody wants to do on the 11th.
No, I was hoping we were going to get some men so that we could go raid them. So,
Oh well, you might, but as I say, it won't. It's not first thing. It'll be a bit
Yeah.
later on.
I'm willing to hold
You
out.
will find some, but I want to actually generate their hit points and armor class and all that rubbish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm willing to wait.
Okay. Well, thank you, gents.
Thank you.
Very much. Be prepared for a fight next time, because you will almost certainly get one.
Hey.